Okay, let's take a look at the communication functions that are available through TheCorporatePlaybook.com. I would classify these in two different groups. The first would be one-to-one communication, and the second group would be one-to-many communication. On the one-to-one communication front, the first thing that you see when you log into your homepage is the message center. This is a direct message between you and another party from the corporate playbook. This can either be an alumni athlete, this can be other recruiters, this can be other employers, just a member of the network, and this is a direct conversation between those two parties. Now, that message is also sent out to your personal email, to your work email as well, and I can choose to respond through this message center right here to be able to send out messages, or if it's the first time that I've contacted someone, we'll take a look at a profile here. How I would send an initial message is right off of their player profile. I click on this send message function right here. It brings up the message center. I put in the subject, put in the message, hit send. We both get an email that essentially has the message copied on it, but it basically prompts that recipient to log into the corporate playbook to reply to that message. So that is the one-to-one type of communication that is available on the TheCorporatePlaybook.com. The one-to-many communication comes in the form of the bulletin section. Now, what a bulletin is essentially a broadcasted message. I'll show you. For instance, let's take a look at this. So, for instance, this is a message from the corporate playbook announcing a new video library that's a training center that's available to the athletes on the corporate playbook. So, essentially, what happens is that's one message that gets issued out to the entire community. Here's another one. This is from Northeast Planning Corporation, which is a financial services group. And this is essentially a job alert. So they've broadcasted out their message to the corporate playbook network, or to their network on the corporate playbook. And how that's determined is by when you sign up, either being partnered up or paired up with either universities or geographic specificities or industries of interest. But it really determines how many connections that you have. So, for instance, if I send out a message, if I create a bulletin right now and I issue this bulletin out, all 390 of these athletes that I'm connected to will receive that message on their homepage. So it's a quick, efficient way to get out a message that I want to alert my network with, and that's where there's an incentive to be able to continue to grow your network and broaden the reach of that bulletin message. So, for instance, if I send a teammate request by clicking this button right here, if that individual accepts my teammate request, they will now receive my bulletin messages and that type of information that I broadcast out. So that's where, if you break it down from a messaging standpoint, one-to-one communication through the direct messaging service that gets copied out to your email inbox, and then the bulletin messaging, which is saved on the homepage but then sent out to all of your teammate contacts. One other quick piece of this is, if you remember back when we were going through the athlete profiles, and you could click the little icon that lets you save individual profiles for quick recall. To locate those and to access those, you basically just click on this little link right here that says View Your Saved Profiles. There's no limit on how many profiles that you can save. So just from your own organizational standpoint, it really comes down to how many athletes do you want to go ahead and save to your your saved profile tab there. So that allows you to easily recall those without having to go and rerun a search. So that knocks out the communication section of the corporate playbook, or the communication opportunities that are available. Now we're going to take a look at some of the marketing and branding opportunities that are available through thecorporateplaybook.com.